a special day. We have a guest with us here in this Turd Talk studio, comedian Nathan Wallace.
Hey,
yes.
Thanks for having me, Turd Talk. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Come on, Bubblegun, don't fail me now.
Please.
Takes a second.
Historic
This
heat.
fucking gun, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, that is a bummer.
What a letdown.
That is a letdown.
Wow.
Well,
Okay, well, it was supposed to have bubbles, and it was supposed to be great.
Oh, yeah?
You know.
this was the exciting part.
You know what, so we should start over.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just start over.
Nathan Wallace.
There it is. Yeah. That was the best beginning of a show that came to start just like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
No problem.
We saw you at Off the Hook a couple weeks ago.
And you two are married?
We're not married,
just
no.
No,
dating.
you're just together.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
we're pretty
So
much
what's your
married.
full name? What's your full name?
I'm Chloe Popley.
Chloe Popley.
Yeah.
And Caleb Solomon.
Caleb Solomon, Chloe Popley.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Chloe Solomon sounds pretty good.
Yeah, we hope
Sounds
so.
pretty good, yeah.
I'm getting the pressure.
I love that you said we
feeling-
hope so. Like you just added them right in on it. You were like, we hope so.
It's a joint dream
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
did design the backyard. So.
And I keep bringing cats here, so I'm intending to stay.
I love that. Like everything that's holding you back from is just signing a piece of paperwork. He's like, I don't know if I can do that. It seems like a lot.
It is.
There we go.
It is.
The taxes. Yeah.
And then allegedly,
So how about you? Are you married?
I am. Yeah, I've been married 17 years.
That's
wow.
awesome. Yeah.
I've been with my wife 23 years. We met in high school.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she walked into my 10th grade English class, and I went, "Come sit by me. Come sit by me."
That's so cute. I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, we had our things, throughout time. But yeah, we worked. We got 2 kids, 4-year-old, 14-year-old.
Congratulations.
Nice, congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Big separation there.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys have any kids?
No,
No.
We're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is this kind of pot talk. I'm just like sitting here.
We
Yeah,
welcome
I'm
it
over
all,
here,
man.
I'm over here sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. I seen it. I seen the question. He was like, "Dude, what are you doing, bro?" He's like, "You're talking about life." He's like, "Don't you see I have a bubble machine?"
This is called Turd Talk.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's where we're at.
my buddy Jojo Casillas is a comedian. He used to live here, but he's out in Tennessee. And he always goes, if you get around Nathan, man, he gets in your life. He's like, he gets up in your
Dude,
life.
we just started.
I do. We just started.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't help it. I'm like interviewing you.
Yeah, I know.
I love it.
Turn it around.
I love it. I love it.
So, do you go to Off the Hook pretty often, or was that one of your first times there?
No, I go there. He calls me randomly, or because I'm pretty well booked through the weekends.
Yeah.
So he'll call me. I do like the Tuesdays and Thursdays, just whenever I can fill in, and if he can book me in advance, then he could get me.
Yeah,
but I've been going there for years. Actually, the first time I featured there, I won a feature contest.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Contest.
Cool.
Yeah, won me the feature, and then I went and did that, and immediately got in trouble and got kicked out.
What happened there?
Oh, so many times.
tell.
Yeah.
They're really nice there. Speed, you know what? He's a good dude, man. He really is. And but so these girls are heckling. They had now heckled the host and the guest spot off. So they were supposed to each run 10. They heckled them off in like 3.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're sitting right off the stage.
that
So the
bad
host
where they
comes up
heckled
to
them
me.
off. Like they were
Yeah,
like, I'm out.
like they left. Like they
Okay.
just left the stage.
Wow.
Because
Oh my
the
God.
girls just won. Like
Yeah.
it rarely ever happens,
I
but
was
it
gonna
happened
say.
2
Right.
times right in
Yeah.
a row that night. And so he goes, just run a little more time. He's like, do a little more time, and then try to. And I was like, okay. And the headliner's like, yeah, run a little more time. So I go up there. They're trying to heckle me off the stage. I immediately take over.
They think they have the power now.
Yes. Now I make them very angry. The girl stands up because everybody's laughing at this group of girls now. I've got them all laughing. She stands. She goes, "I'll punch you right in the face." And I was like, "Ma'am, you could do that, and there's nothing I could do about it, except go get a sex change." And then 2 years later, at your door, just uppercut. I was like, "I'll see you in 2 years in that stupid ass white dress." And I was like, "Sit down." Yeah. And then they like turned. They had to call the cops on these girls.
Oh my god.
But what got me in trouble was he asked me to run long, so I ran an extra 10 minutes, and there was a light. You never run the light; you just get off the stage. So that was my bad, and so I didn't work there for a while.
Okay.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you don't care. I keep talking. I don't know.
No, please.
No, it's
The first time though that I got kicked out of that club,
Because we've heard some stories. We've heard cops being called another comedian.
Yeah, but not like this. This is
This was on them for that. They were trying to
Right.
I was probably about like 7 months into comedy. I got to open for Angel Salazar. He does this thing where he strips from fully clothed all the way down to a thong. Right? That's the set. Like, it goes for 1 hour and eventually he's in a thong.
Yeah.
So he brings a guest spot. The guest spot gets up there. I go in the back. Angel Salazar's in his thong. He goes, man, I need 10 minutes. And I was like, okay. I walk out. The guest spot has frozen in the spotlight. Oh, no. Dead frozen. Just like. I had to go up and I get this guy off the stage. And I go up there. And they're immediately lighting me. They're lighting me right away. Because they're like, hey, yo, just bring up Angel Salazar. I know dude's still naked. He's butt naked in the back.
Oh my God. Yeah. He needs time.
He needs some time. So I just keep running until I see Angel Salazar. Like literally, Brian Spina is in the back doing jumping jacks with a light. Like get off the stage. And everybody told me I should have just got off the stage and let the stage empty. But I just didn't want to do that to the show.
Yeah.
And as soon as Angel comes out, I have to do this thing where I hold a flag and I do all this stuff. So by the time I got done with it, Spina had already left. And I didn't work there for 3 years, dude.
Oh my God.
Until I won that feature contest.
Really?
Yeah.
So the lesson is when you blink the light,
just get off the stage.
Run.
Run. And once you caught, that's their problem.
I would have done the same. I would have been like, this is my moment. I'm going to fucking...
It's not even my moment. I didn't even see it like that. I just seen it as... I know that guy's naked. So before that, I was taught to never leave a stage empty. Yeah. I mean, you're not supposed to leave a stage empty.
Save the day.
Yeah, so I thought I was
show.
like, no, that didn't work out. And then I win the feature contest. I get the next feature and run the light again on just a strange circumstance. And so it took a while. But now he loves me now. So he's been great to me. He's got to listen to Turd Talks and he'd be like, I forgot that shit happened. He's done. He's done.
It's that he was the light guy.
Exactly. They still talk about it for sure.
That's funny. We heard a story about a comedian that did like a bomb joke of some kind.
Yeah, I guess he was Egyptian and he was alluding to we're going to do it again. And someone from the audience ran and called 911 and said, they're making terrorist threats off the hook. Come, hurry.
That made national
The comedian.
news.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah.
Crazy.
That was nuts.
You know what else made national news lately here locally is the lady at the Chipotle near my house, Lucy. Did you see this thing?
No.
What happened?
The lady goes on Reddit and it's like, there's a lady at Lucy at the Chipotle in the villas. And every time my husband goes up there to get Chipotle, she sleeps with my husband. And then people started coming on. They're like, she did the same thing to me.
No.
Go get burritos. And she slept with my husband. And it just like so many people. Yeah. So if you go to the Chipotle, ask for Lucy.
Oh my gosh, dude.
National news. That's what we get. That's what we get in Fort Myers.
Oh my! Of course it is. I feel like it is always something like that.
That is a
Jesus.
Fort Myers story right there.
Yeah, fake bomb threats and loose girls at the Chipotle.
Dang.
I love being from here.
Yeah. Did you hear that like last week there were a couple people... There was like a body that washed up at the golf course right off of Collier, like not far from here.
No, man.
Crazy shit's going on, man.
It is crazy.
It's getting weird.
Yeah.
It was Lucy,
Yeah.
Shut your damn mouth. I'm a local congressman. And
Yeah, Lucy.
I just wanted a burrito and a blowjob. Jesus.
We're on to your ass,
Yeah,
Lucy.
for real, Lucy. We got your number. So you opened for Harlan Williams, is that right?
I have, yes. I've opened for him.
Was that who we saw you at Off the Hook?
No. I seen you with I couldn't even tell you.
It was the Indian, or no, he was Pakistani guy.
Yes.
Yes, it's Mitra.
Yes.
Man,
He was really good.
He's got
he's a really super nice guy.
Yeah.
Yes. Mitra.
Yes.
It starts with an A. I'm so close.
Singan.
Alingan.
Alingan
Mitra.
And I feel so bad about that because he's such a nice guy.
But
Yeah,
I know.
But
I feel like such a dick.
Alingan, if you see this, just know I forget guys named Ron.
Yeah.
I couldn't even. Yeah.
I took an edible before this, and it's just starting.
That
to
was
kick
going to
in
be
now,
my
so-
excuse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, no, I was. Yeah.
But we got there eventually.
Yeah, we got there eventually.
But-
Am I allowed to vape in here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, break
I
out the
didn't know.
vape.
It was just so nice. If you guys don't know, like the name of the show is Turd Talks, but you walk through like a beautiful garden to get here. Like you literally come. It's like a regular house, and he opens the door, and he's like, "Studios around back, bro," and it's terrifying.
That's not how I
And then
said it.
he did it said like just like that. He had a knife. He like threw a knife in the ground. He was like, "Studios around back," and I went around back, and it was just a beautiful garden with lights and just unbelievable. I mean, you know,
Yeah. It's not scary.
yeah,
here.
it was no. You come back, it's just like everything is. I don't know. There was a parking space with my name on it out there. I think
It's not what you'd expect
Yeah.
at Turd Talks.
We're
That's
vetting
right.
you
Yeah.
somehow, you know.
Look, he's like, "You're ruining our brand."
Yeah, for real. No one's ever going to come here again after this.
I heard Turd Talks is actually nice. It's bullshit.
There's a garden or something.
Everyone will be so confused.
So when did you come up with your signature dance move? When did you start doing that?
Oh man, I've been doing dumb dances. That got me. Actually. I've been doing dances for a little. Like I used to do a turkey dance when I was a kid. I'd get excited and I'd do this dance, and I don't know, the noise I made sound like a turkey. My friends always call it the crazy turkey dance. Like anytime Nathan gets super excited, he just goes, like I would freak out. I'm sure it was like some type of ADD stimming or something, you know?
Yes.
I'm sure I was like just going through a fit, you know? I was like, just
out.
immediately get done, kill a cat. Ah! Just, there we go, done, over. So, but yeah, you know, it just started. Jamie Morgan, very funny comedian, he always tells me, he goes, he loves it how I come out. And I'm like, hey, I do this. I don't even know why I do this. I've done it since day one.
It's
just
great.
Like, I'm just excited to be there.
Because it gets
just,
the crowd immediately in a good mood. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you
It
gotta
sets
say
the
that.
tone.
Yeah.
Everyone's laughing. You haven't even said anything yet. Everyone's laughing.
That's what's
It's
so
great.
fun about it. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, come out and do a little dancing. And a video just did pretty well where I'm like pointing at the guy and like, have you see this thing?
Yeah, well, I mean that's the best part. Is
We
not
loved
only,
it.
Not only
Yeah.
the air humping, but the eye contact and
That
the
was
point.
so great.
You pick that guy in the crowd.
I look him dead in the eyes too, and I was like, oh,
That's great.
It's very strange for that. And I noticed the more awkward he gets, the more the crowd loves
Absolutely.
him. It's like,
Yeah.
it just ruined that guy. And
love
as I'm
it.
dancing up the stage like this, I'm scanning the crowd. I'm like, who would hate this the most?
You're searching them out.
Yeah. I was like,
awesome.
oh, you.
Yeah.
And I never want to do it to like a chick because then it's just awkward.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She's like, 3 guys did that to me on the way here.
Oh no.
It's like they're just constantly, let me holler.
Oh shit.
Triggering.
Yeah, exactly. So I gotta find a dude.
Yeah.
And then hopefully not a dude that's gonna be like,
Yeah. So you really got to be careful when you're scanning. You're like, who
you
is?
gotta be really careful, man.
Yeah. Who's gonna think this is funny?
I do. I put out like that video I'm talking about where I was in the improv and I pointed and everything. One dude, you can see it right in the message. It says, "I'd like you to do that in my living room." I'm like, Jesus.
Oh my god.
I get it all the time.
Yeah.
Usually it's like I had one guy hit me up and he was big black guy, 6073555, which is crazy. There's that many guys that just decided to name himself big black guy.
That's me, my handle.
6,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the 6,000.
And he just put in my messages, "Let me see that dick." And I was like, "Oh my god, that's aggressive." Like, it was aggressive, dude. I get it all the time. Send me a dick pic. So you get dick. Let me get that dick. But then I got then I got my first white guy, which was nice, you know. And he was like, "LOL, you're so funny." He's like, "Would you happen to be into dudes?"
Well,
I was like, "This is really nice."
it's kind of flattering. Yeah,
yeah.
it must be a little flattering.
Yeah, we've been dating for a little bit.
It's very-
Yes.
No one's ever asked me, so I'm a little upset.
You got to start doing stand up
Yeah.
apparently.
Or just look. I guess I don't know.
I gotta just stare at somebody and
Yeah.
give them the air hump.
I think it's just
See if
the
it works.
happiness. They're just like, look how happy this guy is.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
True.
Just go
You seem like a very happy guy. How do you do it? Are you always this happy, or is it just?
No, it's just like
It's a
anything. You know, just
No.
like
Facade.
Yeah, no. I am very happy.
Yeah.
And I live a very happy life. But it just counteracts with extreme depressions. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like you have to have that down
Yeah.
to get the high.
For
and,
sure.
And we know that. Life's just mountains and valleys, man.
Yep.
Mountains and valleys.
Mountains and valleys,
So you
for
try
sure.
you try to let it like just everything roll off the back, but life is. Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys are feeling that. I see in the garden. You know? Yeah, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
No,
we
you
That's
guys
why-
did a lot of hard work. I like that. Yeah. You could tell it wasn't like it was hard work. But no, that's and that's just how it is. But personally, to tell you the truth, just since I've done comedy, I've been way happier. I've been a plumber for 23 years. I'm very good at plumbing, but I never liked it. Like, not from ever. My dad was a pool plumber. Like, I made great money and it supported a household. But until I found comedy, I was really sad. I was still the same guy, happy-go-lucky, but I'd get very sad at work and stuff because it just wasn't who I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then I did my first open mic, and after that, I was like, oh, my God. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I did my first open mic was 33 years old, you know, so I've been doing
that's so cool.
7 years, you know.
7 years.
That's
7
the
years.
best.
I've become a pretty prominent headliner in my own right. People think me of it, some TV and, you know, just some success, you know, but it's only because I think it's just because I just love it so much. And I think that comes through on the stage when I get up there. I'm just super stoked to be there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never too late. You know what I mean?
It is
never too late to do what you're meant to do and what, you know, you're passionate about, which I think is awesome.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
32.
Yeah,
okay, that's a
exactly.
good age.
Yeah.
32 is a good age.
Yeah.
I think I was when I was at my best. I think I was like my best.
Yeah.
I was like
Prime.
still, you know, a little bit of an asshole, you know, because you need that. You need that to really just like be like, "Arr!" and get things done. Now I sit back and I'll see somebody like I could be pushing and striving to the, you know, but I just look at it and go, yeah.
I think I've just found my inner asshole.
Really?
Yeah. I was never an asshole, but now I'm just starting to feel it. You know what I mean? To be like, listen here, fucking guy. Not today.
Ooh, it's so scary.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Ooh,
I know.
But you would get your point across, though. I think you would get your point. If you said it to somebody like that, they'd be like, I think he means business.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he means, does he?
Yeah.
He means business.
Took 32 years to get there.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, just like, I don't know. The world's a pushy place. Sometimes you just got to be pushy.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I mean, Florida.
Yeah, Florida especially. You know, I am all about like being kind and nice to people, but there's sometimes where you just have to go, whoa, because they'll take advantage of you.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they'll just eat you alive out there. So you have to be able to stand up.
Dog eat dog.
What started this thing? What made you start the podcast?
About a year ago, two of my buddies, we all just decided, like, why not? One of them moved back into town, and we're like, hey, let's do a podcast. And then they slowly drifted off, and now it's just us.
That's good, though.
Yeah, we keep kind of morphing and changing direction, and it's been really fun.
It's taking a cool turn.
Yeah, over the last few months, we've met some really cool people, had some great guests on the show.
Yeah. I can't believe you got rid of the fart mic. What happened to that?
I know.
You were just trying
It's around the corner. Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah. You should just keep it and now call it the pink eye mic. Pink eye. Oh, he's got pink eye.
Yeah, it's a liability, so
I know.
we keep it keep it on the back.
Turd toxin got a cola. Like, it's in the name. It's in the name.
It's
Literally.
in the name.
Yeah.
You signed the waiver.
You signed the waiver. You're okay with it.
Yeah.
Lured in by a garden.
Exactly.
Oh, look at this beautiful garden. Shit in your face. Oh, what happened? I thought we were going to eat fresh tomatoes.
Oh,
That's
man,
the dream
that's
right
great.
there. So
So you mentioned that you were in the Bahamas recently. How was that?
You guys actually caught me the day after I got back.
Okay.
That show you watched was the day I came back from the Bahamas. Like, I came back the day before. It was awesome. The shows were okay, man. I mean, you know, if you're at, I don't know, there's like 40 people a show every time, but it can get packed in there.
Yeah.
And it was okay. We had a good time. One night, the Bohemian Cable Company came out.
oh wow.
The whole company, it was like 35 people.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so this is like what they do with the cable. And so we got to talk about how crappy the cable was a little bit. I made some love connections.
Yeah.
It was funny because there was one guy at full dreads, and I spoke to this 18-year-old girl, and I could see he was just staring at her. I was like, oh, you like this girl, huh? I was like, what do you think about some baby? It was very funny trying to hook them up. My dad was so uncomfortable. Every time I talk about to get a lady, he would just start drinking his drink.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god. And I told him, I said, you can drink all you want, buddy, but she's 18. I know. I think she's staying on an island.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the one coworker got all upset. It was just, you know what? It was really fun. The first week my wife comes, and that was a great week. We spent 7 days just The day before we left, I twisted my ankle like really bad, but I didn't even know.
Oh my God.
Like till the first day we had to walk a mile through through a beach. I was like,
Yeah,
"Why is
sometimes
my
it's
leg
not until the next day that you're like, oh.
It was
Yeah.
brutal. And
Yeah.
I didn't want to ruin it for her because she doesn't get a lot of vacations like that. We had 7 years since we did a vacation together, just the two of us like that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So we spent all this time together, and as soon as I put her in the cab, I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "My leg," and then I just went back up to the room, and for 3 days I just laid with my leg up. I was like, "What did I do?" There's no ace bandage. I got no one to help me.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to spend any more money, so I'm just like eating tuna out of tuna packets.
It's some more tuna, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got some more canned tuna for you.
I brought it with me. Because I was, Atlanta's very expensive. It's like $50.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
$35 for a cheeseburger. So $35.
Yeah.
And
Holy.
you do get a discount, so it's like $28 for me. to get
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Just a cheeseburger and some French fries. So I brought all these like tuna packets to try to
Like the little
because I wanted to spend money while she was there and
Uh-huh.
then chill while I was there. So,
Yeah.
Oh, I
but
love
it
it.
was I watched HBO Old School where there's you just watch what's coming on next. You better sit through them credits because as soon as the credits are done, it tells you what's next, and you won't know for 10 minutes. So you just get there, and you're just like,
Yeah.
and you're missing the beginning of all kinds of other things.
Can you
So
believe
you
we
got
used to
shit.
watch
I
TV
know.
like that all the time?
That's how we watch TV.
That's just how we lived.
Yeah, we just
Cavemen.
Fucking
Yeah.
crazy. And now watching that, we're like, it gives me so much anxiety.
It's brutal.
Screaming at the TV.
Commercials. You know, my 4-year-old didn't even know what a commercial was. Wow. Yeah, we watched it.
What?
And he was watching it and he goes,
Bless him.
he's like, "What is this?" He's like, "Where's the show?" He's like, "Where's
my
the show?
God.
What is this right here?" I'm like, "This is a commercial," but he's like, wait,
This
what
place
it?
is cheap.
Yeah, oh yeah, he doesn't even know. No, that was so
Dang.
because it literally just loads right to the next thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I remember the first time I streamed on a computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like put it on my TV. I literally had a big HP desktop with the big thick cord. You had to
Yes.
you had to like
Yeah.
hack. You know, like you had to get into like into the government satellite to come down, and then I'm like, "Look, Hulu's working."
And it'd make all the connection sounds to get on. Like,
Oh yeah,
you had to go through about 5 minutes of that.
Oh, it was very stressful. And then so we got the Hulu, and then Hulu had commercials,
Yeah.
and I
yeah.
was like, "This is
What's the
bullshit."
difference?
Like,
Yeah,
why else
this
I
is
just watch
supposed to
the cable? Like,
Oh, man.
yeah.
It's supposed to be the future.
Netflix changed it all, though. They did. We need
Yeah.
to make sure to all give them that credit.
Absolutely.
And even though you've seen everything on there, just keep your subscription, people.
Yeah.
Just to keep them alive. They started this shit, and we're trying to kick them out. They're doing okay. You know, they're limping along.
Yeah.
Do you love Netflix?
I'm grateful.
Yeah, we like Netflix.
Any TV
we don't-
I'm grateful for.
Yeah, Netflix has some weird shows. A lot of them are like the love shows. Have you seen any of those ones?
No.
They're, it's like they had The Bachelor, and then they just made it weirder and weirder. And Netflix is just taking it to the extreme where there are people in relationships that are given an ultimatum, and then they go like date other people next while the other person's like right over there. It's fucking crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
And then they decide whether they want to stay with the original person, or they're just like, listen, I like this guy now. And they just leave. The shows are getting crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the other one that we watch is It Cake, where they make fucking cake.
Oh, I love Is It
You
Cake.
know Is It Cake?
Oh, come on.
Okay, so.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it like from their angle though, like, because I feel like sometimes I look right at them and I'm like, that's definitely cake. You know, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can they be that dumb? Like.
yeah, rarely ever.
yeah.
I mean, Fortune is a genius. You've seen her stand.
Oh yeah,
And-
absolutely.
but she couldn't tell that was not a shoe. You know, I'm like, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you doing, Fortune?
Yeah.
She did pretty good on the show, actually. She's very funny.
Very funny. I had a hard time believing there was that long streak of everyone that couldn't buzz in. They just
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
decide if it was cake or not. I don't
Yeah,
know if you saw that for like 3 episodes in a row. They were breaking the rules and not logging in their answer.
Yeah, and I
So
was just like, okay. I was like, I don't care anymore. So.
I know.
my beef with Is It Cake is that they're allowed to fuck with the decoys, right? So like if their cake looks lopsided, say it's a microwave or something, they can take a blowtorch to the microwave and like melt it to make it look like the cake, which is like defeats the whole fucking purpose in my mind. Like, you can't, or they'll paint the decoy, make it look like cake.
Huh.
Two different
You know
skill
what I mean? You ever
sets
notice
going
that?
on at once.
Yeah, that is weird. I guess whenever it's a show, when you're guessing if cake is cake or not cake, it really doesn't matter what the hell you do.
Nobody really gives a fuck. I was the only one. Like, you're fucking with those decoys.
Listen here, fucker.
Listen here, you fucker.
Yeah, you. And they're like, oh.
Jesus, I was the one
Nobody else
guy.
worried about it. Nobody else gave a shit. Nobody else was like,
Nobody.
wait, they're cheating. This is bullshit. You're like writing letters. You're like, dear.
I did. I wrote them a letter.
This shit is rigged.
I feel like it's a bending, if not breaking,
Yeah.
of the rules.
You know me.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
We got it. Good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, did you grow up in Florida?
I did grow up in Florida. Yeah, I grew up in Fort Myers, Florida.
Nice.
And I mean, I don't know if there's a lot to tell there.
We're also Florida people, so we know.
Oh, you grew up here too? As well?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I'm Naples.
Naples.
I'm Naples.
I
He
actually,
was
I actually
Marco
grew
Island.
up on Marco Island, but I went to school in Naples. And
Really?
I know.
Well, it explains the garden.
I know.
yeah.
I remember this. It's an exact replica of my vineyard. 1/10 size. No, it's okay.
I mean,
He's like,
essentially a giant retirement community.
We grew up in opposite places. I grew up in Suncoast, buddy. You know, I grew
Okay.
up in trailers. You grew up for swimming with dolphins. You know,
Yeah.
No, I'm just messing with you.
I mean, it's
I'm
true.
just- it's true. He's like,
it's
you
an
should
island.
be ashamed of it.
It's literally
You
an
should be ashamed of
island.
it. Yeah, it's an island. You should love where you're from, no matter where you're
Yeah,
from. And,
I mean, it had its ups and downs, just like any other place. Like, I was one of the only people my age on the entire fucking island, which
yeah,
wasn't
that
great.
was a thing. Yeah,
But I was swimming with the dolphins, so you know.
he's like, the dolphins were my friends.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you're so nice all the time. He's like, dolphins are amazing.
Yeah.
But he also kind of rapes a little bit. He's like, but I'm nice about it.
Speaking of manatee rape, did you hear what happened at Moat Marine this recently?
No.
Just this last week, there was a manatee that raped another male manatee to death. True story.
How do they know he raped him?
I don't know.
They
I
actually
think they witnessed it.
Witnessed it all day happening, and they were kind of keeping an eye. They're like, hey, it
They
looks like
saw
it's
it.
consensual. We're not going to mess with this. They come back
So-
later.
Did manatees have buttholes?
Yes,
Okay.
because apparently they found like a hole in this guy's colon, in the manatee's
Wait,
colon.
no. Oh, okay, so but it's a manatee raping another manatee.
Yeah. He's manatee on manatee rape.
What if it was just gay sex that went wrong? You know, what if it was just like that manatee is devastated. He's like, Charles, I loved you.
That's what I think it was.
Ah.
But they pretty much said it kind of maybe could have been.
That's
You
sad.
said one more time would be fine.
Blew out your asshole, Charles.
Your heart gave out. I knew you shouldn't have got vaccinated.
Apparently, manatees don't give a crap if you're male, female, whatever. They're just trying to bang when they want to bang, and that's the manatee life.
Yeah.
So
We could all live from them, I guess.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
There are other animals.
Banging when you want to bang.
There are other animals in the animal kingdom that are homosexual as well. I just can't remember which one there. But there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hanky panky going on in the animal kingdom.
Dude, I lived next to a girl. She was like a girlfriend of mine, like the 5th grade. Her name was Nikki, and they had a gay Dalmatian. If it seen another male dog, it would immediately start banging that dog. Wanted nothing to do with females. It was only. I love that.
And
it was a
people would
Dalmatian.
say, oh, it's a dominance thing, but
Oh no, he was trying to get up in there.
Yeah.
He was trying to get up in there.
Come on,
he was like, "Let me get that Duke," and then and then they met a guy. He met a dog. There was another dog that came. It was like a mutt dog, and the other dog was like all about it. And they just like every time they come out, we lived in an apartment complex over in North Fort Myers. It used to be called Halltree. It's like Courtside now or something on Pondella, and you would just see him out there in the middle of in the courtyard just.
banging
Just
it out.
banging
away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just constantly.
Look at there go.
Yeah, if the Dalmatian got out,
Look at that.
The other one would show up, be like, hey, what's up?
Love is love.
From across the yard.
Yeah, love is love. Yeah. He's like, hey, rough. Yeah.
I love it.
He was a Dalmatian that only put out social fires. Jesus, did you hear about what Diane said? Everybody calm down.
Yeah.
Rough, rough, rough.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've heard of the Hollywood strike that's been going on with the actors. And,
Oh, yeah.
do you think there'll be a comedian strike?
I don't know, man. I don't know I guess, you know what would be nice it would definitely be nice to get paid a little more.
Yeah.
Because there's just a big difference. So there's the top tier, and these guys are making tons of money. Mm-hmm. And then there's the rest of us, and we're just like scraping for everything. But at the same time, you know, I really think if you work hard, you're funny, and you make the right connections, and you're not a douchebag, you know, and you do all those right things that you can.
And
be
you
in
don't
that top
run
tier.
the light.
Yeah, don't run the light. Don't run the light. That's not dude. I've gotten myself in trouble so many times. Just not even on purpose. Just crazy stuff like that.
Yeah,
right.
You know? So many times. So it's just who knows how it goes. I seriously doubt comedians would strike because only half of them would, and the other half would be like getting them spots.
Yeah.
You know.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah, because-
Crossing the picket line.
Sorry to cough so bad into the.
You're fine.
I'm sure that sounded great. I was visiting those gay dogs before I got here. Yeah, that would be crazy if you were in a bestiality, but only the opposite, like the same sex. I like banging animals, but only male animals, bro.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me bad.
That's a specific
That's
type
very
of
specific.
fucking weird.
Yeah. I only like reindeer that are gender specific. Okay, I'm gone. Okay. I lost it. I had a good idea for it, and it just went away.
It happens to me all the
Yeah,
time.
oh
man.
yeah. It was like, good idea. No, it was good.
All the time. But yeah, I imagine that like comedians, there's probably this community, like a gang. You all hang out and have each other's numbers, or is it more like a competitive thing?
No, it's you know what? I think some guys are competitive with it. You know, I've had guys over the years that they think a certain way and want to be competitive. And naturally, as people, we want to be like that. You know, we want to be the best. We want to be this thing.
Right. So you gotta pay your dues, man. And then one day you'll be like me or whatever. You know.
See, I don't think that way because you know I started out, I was doing okay right off the bat, and so if you're funny, you're funny. That's all there is. You know, there's that new kid that just started coming out, like Comedy Genius just put him on there, and he's young and he's hilarious. You know, and this guy, he hasn't been doing it very long. If you're just funny, you're funny. And some guys, they're not funny. They have to work 10 years at it, and then they become amazingly funny because they push through it all, at all that experience now, and they become very funny. So scenes come and go. You know, we used to have a pretty good scene there for a little bit before. So Snappers owns the Laugh-In down in Fort Myers now. Okay. That used to be just the Laugh-In. For a while, it was owned by a guy named Jamie Morgan. Before that, Brian Corian. But Jamie Morgan created a community for us. You know, he put in. He really did a good job of getting all the comedians. You know what's crazy is today I was supposed to go to his kid's birthday party. I totally forgot.
Oh no!
As I was driving here, I was like, okay, and I'm telling you how good a guy he is. And but yeah, no, I was like, oh, I was like, I'm turd talking.
You weren't performing, right? You weren't.
No. Yeah.
All right.
No, so he so it is right now. Honestly, our area doesn't have a great tight community.
Right.
Just because we got dispersed to the wind. When Snappers open, they don't really do the same thing up there. It's kind of more of a corporate type thing. And so hopefully it'll come back around. But even when I started, it had kind of dispersed to the wind. And then with me and a guy named Chris Machado, if you never met him, he's very funny. We kind of helped build a community, and Sheena Reagan came in, and you know they're all still here, but we're just not hanging out like we used to. You know, we don't have a place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that's the big thing.
We've noticed that.
Yeah, we don't. So hopefully one day, when I first started, there was a place called Howl Tattoo, and that's the first place I ever did comedy, and they had a pretty good scene there, but it was like an all everything opens mic.
Yeah.
You know? So there's poetry, there's music, and all this stuff. So a scene built around that with Kyle Raymond and Jason Dahl. It just comes and goes. Like it goes like this. It's not like a big city is constant flow of comedians.
Yeah.
I just lost one ear.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. There we go. Nope, it's still breaking up. Something like there. And see, just like that, that's how comedy stops.
It falls apart.
That's where comedy dies.
Oh, man.
But we've been going off the hook quite a lot recently because there's not a lot to do in Naples other than swim with the dolphins.
Yeah, so for the Dolphins, yeah. He's like, I get tired of going out on my yacht.
So, yeah, we've been going a lot, and we've been trying to get more of our friends to go and build up like a comedy community, and because I think it's really important, and I think comedians don't get nearly enough credit.
I appreciate that. I mean, some people do. I mean, but I think it would be nice for the club as well, for Off the Hook, if we did have a really strong comedian community, because it would give them more openers they can use.
Totally.
So the way it works up there is they don't really a lot of times know if they need an opener until like a couple days before.
Right.
Because the headliners make a decision whether they're going to bring their own opener, can their own opener come, and then a lot of the bigger guys, they bring someone.
Right.
Right. So it's just normal for them to do. So you never know until like last minute with them. Like he'll call me like, "Can you do it tonight?" And I'm like, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes he'll book us a week ahead, and if we call and ask, if I see something in the future, and I'll be like, "Oh, can I do this?" And he'll say, "Yeah, I'll put you down for it." But there is a possibility that it might not happen because like a couple days before, all of a sudden they want to bring their own opener.
Right.
Sure. And you just immediately get kicked off. So.
Has there been one where you were like, I really want to perform this show?
Oh yeah. There's been a bunch of them, man. But usually what happens is so I try to book out like 2-3 months, and I'll be like, oh my god, like I really would love to do Kevin Nealon. It would be great just to meet him. Just and Happy Gilmore was one of my favorite scenes, and Happy Gilmore was with him in there, and then but every time I'm booked every single time. So.
Dang.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I don't know, man.
One day.
Yeah. I honestly have a full-time plumbing job. I got 2 kids.
Yeah.
I got this comedy thing, a wife still to keep happy. It's like
it's a lot.
It's a lot. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's like
they're calling you last second. Can you come tonight?
Yeah.
You're like, I just fucking worked a shift.
I'll never say no.
Yeah.
I'll walk out of that job.
Yeah.
If they call me, I'll go, yeah, dude, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I work at Bill's Plumbing, by the way, everybody. I work at Bill's Plumbing. That's my buddy Bill.
Shout out, Bill.
I'm
pretty sure we've used Bill's Plumbing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Haven't we? Sounds really familiar.
We've used a lot of plumbers.
When I pulled up to your house, I was like, I've been to this house. It was very strange, dude. It was very, when I pulled up, I said, I swear I've been here before. Like, there must be a bunch of houses. So
you never know.
We were having some serious issues the first few years here. My goodness.
I feel like I felt like we had come here. So it was very strange. And I was like,
when I saw you on stage, I was like, I think I've met this guy.
I think I did some plumbing here,
funny, bro.
I think I did some plumbing here. It was a small world because when I went I wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna be like, your house looks familiar.
Yeah.
But we're trying to entrap you. Remember?
But we just find out we're entrapping each other.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how like all great serial killer gangs start.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Like, wait a minute, you were trying to kill me?
Yeah.
We were trying to kill you.
Oh my god, what a small world.
Let's kill this guy.
Yeah, we should kill together.
Let's get dinner.
Anyway, I got some people we can call. Yeah, let's go live. We're looking for people to come to the Turd Talks podcast.
Beautiful garden out front.
Yeah. There's a beautiful garden. Nothing to see here.
Nothing's buried in the garden.
We're looking for people with little to no family.
Yes.
Maybe someone. Does no one care for you? Would you like to come to Turd Talks?
Perfect guest for Turd Talks.
They usually have the best stories to tell.
It just
works for me.
Yeah. Have a seat here. Don't worry about the brick hanging. Because if I was a serial killer, I would do it very like we would be inventive about it.
Yeah. A piece of string with the brick.
Yeah, but it starts with a marble drops. It's like ding,
some
ding,
Home Alone.
ding.
That's what I was thinking. Home Alone style.
Yeah, it drops. It plays Eminem. It's like it just dings on the thing. Yeah, and it goes around and it just snips the string. Yeah,
I love it.
Maybe like some misdirection. He watches all. And he's like, oh my god, and then a drink falls. He's like, you like the drink dispenser? And when he picks up the drink and drops the brick, you're like, yes, yes! He thought everything was fine. It would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited. Let's do it.
Yeah, right. Well, you have to erase the tape where we just said the whole thing.
Got all that.
That's okay. Yeah.
I was just thinking, when you were in Atlanta, did you do any of those crazy fucking slides?
Dude, I can't do a slide, bro.
Yeah.
I outgrew the slides, man.
Those things?
A long time ago. Yeah.
I did it a long time ago. I remember the one that just shoots straight fucking down into a shark tank.
Yeah. You went to Atlantis a long time ago when you were a kid, when you were on Mark?
Yeah.
He's like, we took the sailboat. A little quick shot over there. No big deal.
I mean,
that was the summer I got my first schooner. I was messing with you.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, it's okay.
well, I did the slide.
Yeah, I did that.
And one of those sharks almost got me too, man.
Oh, man. The slide looked amazing, but I honestly, I couldn't.
It's over in about a second.
Yeah.
You fucking shoot down that tube, and then you're like, you don't even see the sharks.
I did see some people doing it, and I thought about going over there, but my fear was that they were going to let me do it, and that was the problem. Those slides aren't made for me, and if I go down them, that's why they tell you don't go on the slide, because it is, dude. I'm at Aquatica. We stand in line. It's with the 2-hole tubes. It's got two,
like the figure 8 tube.
Yeah, it's like the figure 8 tube.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I get up there, and it says like 250 pounds or something like that, which I'm crushing, right? And I go up there and I sit down on the tube, and the guy goes, "Sir, did you read the sign?" And I was like, "I read the sign." He goes, "Did you read the sign?" I was like, "I read it." And he was like, "All right, go ahead." What gonna do? I love it.
Yeah.
So I go down this thing, and I come out of this thing, dude. Like everybody else, they come out and they're like, and they fall in the water. I come out like a bullet, bro. I'm skipping across the water like this. And I got my back to the thing, so I'm flying. My head's gonna hit this brick like thing. And the lifeguard, she's like 120 pounds. She's like, holy shit! And she's like, she doesn't know what she's gonna do, But I'm agile, so like right before we hit the stairs, I dropped a hand in the water. It spun me around. My foot hit the thing, and I stood right up out of the water, out of the pool, and just walked away like a badass.
I love it.
Yeah, my son's like, yeah. It's like, it's amazing. And the lifeguard was just like still panting. She's like, oh my God. Life's flashing before her eyes. She's like,
how did he do that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
but I did learn that, literally reflexes kicked in. I'm not saying I'm a badass anymore. Somehow, like somewhere in my brain, it was still just like, and I get out of the water. As I was walking away, I was like, whoa, I almost died. I was like, oh my God. So you gotta be very
Yeah.
You gotta be very careful, man. So after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna listen to the weight limits on the slide.
Yeah, no more slides. I'm done with the slides. I mean, I remember, I think it took me half an hour to get my bathing suit out of my ass.
Yeah, right.
It's like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Like, you want to go on another one? No.
He's like, you ruined my Gucci bathing suit.
It's destroyed. It's wrinkled.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I have nothing to match my Gucci mesh top. I don't know why I put you in a mesh top. But that I don't know. This now they don't play around at Aquatica. Now they have one where before you go up, it's a weight, like right up the stairs. You have to weigh yourself.
Oh my God.
So they don't put a number there. Obviously, they can't do that. Instead, it's a green light or a flashing red one.
Dear Lord.
So if you step on the thing and you're overweight, it goes ding, 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 ding. like you won a prize. I was like, what did I win? What did I win? Was it a stuffed animal? I hope it's a Hot Pocket. You know, this is like the worst thing happened to my wife there, man.
They tried to make it like a happy thing, like a happy sound. Ding,
No.
ding, ding, ding.
It was a red light going. I think it's so everyone like upstairs, they hear the ding and they look down like, oh, well, he's too fat.
I know, that's all I can think is like, this place sounds like my worst fucking nightmare.
It's an absolute nightmare. Dude, my wife, so we go up there. And it's like the multi-ride one. This is all on the same day, by the way. This is all one day. Who just wants to go. So there's like the multi-ride one, and at the top of it, they have a scale that you get on with your whole family. So you have to weigh in the family. And we were too big. So Julie's like, you just go. I'll ride with the next family. She's thinking. She looks back to this little tiny family. You know, she's like, okay, I'll do it. So me and my son go down, and then we're waiting down there forever. I'm like, what's happened? What was happening is a family would come up and get on the scale, and then she would step on, and the alarm would go off. Oh. And that family would go. And then 5 families, dude. It was like... she had to keep getting on.
No. No.
Sorry, ma'am, you're also too fat for this family.
No.
And my wife's not fat. My wife's like, she's bigger. You know, we're bigger, but she's not like me. You know, she's not like obese or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's just like a regular person.
Yes.
You know, and it's like, and for 5 families, eventually she was just like too fat for all the families, and so she just walked out sad, and everybody's like,
my God, dude.
It was brutal.
I would never go back.
I am never going there.
God.
I have never been, so I'm never going. There's no way.
I think you'll be fine. You don't seem like you're over any weight limits or anything.
I would shock you.
She's like, I'm 900 pounds. She's like, this is all Spanx.
It's deceptive. Exactly. I put on 5 pairs of that shit for you today, so you're welcome. Okay. Jesus Christ.
No. That's for me being big, I've been big pretty well my whole life. My family's big. I just accept it. You know, and the reason I accept it is because I don't accept working out and eating right. So if I was willing to do those things and then I was still fat, I'd be like, what the hell? But now I like to eat. I'd eat late at night. You know, I'll smoke, I'll eat, and I'll smoke. And then I don't, man, working out. I went to a gym and I just and the ladies said, just work out. I went there. I was supposed 6 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to meet. It was like on like a Tinder app for personal trainers.
Okay.
So I found my personal trainer. Yeah, they make it. And so you just go through and you pick your personal trainer, and they're supposed to meet you at a place. So you're supposed to meet you at the gym. Dude ghosted me. Never showed up, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Never showed up.
He got ghosted on
like literally. I was
Tinder?
like, you know what? I will change my life, right? I'm gonna change my life. So I imagine it was like any other blind date. He just like got there and was like, nah, you know, I was like, I wasn't looking for something so long term or something, you know. And so then the guy ghosts me, and I'm just standing there, and I go, all right, I'm gonna leave, because I remember when I first got there, I checked in with a lady, and she goes, "This says you've never worked out here," and I was like, "I haven't." She's like, "You've had the membership for 3 years." I was like, it was because when I got the membership, I went there and I got my membership, and she's like, "Are you gonna work out today?" I was like, "No."
I'll be back.
Like the reservation, or the New Year's, the New Year's thing was.
I know the discounts are great. Yeah.
What resolution? New Year's resolution was just to get the membership.
Right.
You know,
it wasn't to work out.
It wasn't
just
to work out. It was to get the membership.
I got the card.
Yeah. So then she goes. So then the guy goes to me, and I'm leaving. She goes, "Where are you going?" And I was like, I'm not. The guy was supposed to come train me, and he didn't show up, so I'm just gonna go. She's like, "You could still work out. You've taken the moment. You've taken the leap to change. Go work out."
My God.
And I was like, okay. I guess I can. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go work out. Right? And I go over to the workout section, and just like everybody's looking at me like, this guy's not gonna do it. You know?
I know, they're such assholes.
This guy's not gonna make it. Look at him. And so I just like I went to go sit down, and I seen a guy like sweating on a thing, and then I was like, I can sit this guy sweat, and then this guy was like, he's an old man, and like he had these small. Why is his shorts so small? His balls, you couldn't see his balls, but you could see like the whole ball thing he had going, and he's just like pumping it out, and he's sweating in his balls, and I was like,
the gym is So many balls.
Why is it so many balls? And they're putting it on everything.
I don't know. They wipe. It's like they wipe it on every seat.
Ugh, it was brutal. So I just left, and I didn't. You know, we got in shape for our wedding. Obviously, everybody does this. So
Yep.
I worked out for months and months and months, right? And during that time, dude, this is another reason. The locker room. I'm sure you go to a men's locker room.
At the country club.
He's like at the country club. It's not so bad.
Many balls, sir.
But all the pubes are styled. Little pompadour pubes.
Yeah, one guy's got a perm.
He's combing it out.
Yeah. Got curling iron.
Spin. Yeah. So that was good. And then, it's brutal. Man, one time it was the last time I went to the gym during that stretch. I had I'm getting changed out and like there's nobody in there, and I get in the shower. I'm like, God, this is awesome. I started going really super early in the morning, so over there taking my shower. It's just like a gang shower, and as I'm coming out, the sauna room, which is across from the shower, opens up, and 15 old naked men, butt naked, come out of the sauna and push past me. It was like I was caught in a New York City crowd, dude. It was like, I was like, I just get showered, just ball slapping my legs, old man titties. And I'm just covered in all these men's sweat, and I was just like, I was like, I'm never coming here again, man.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that one time I remember I was getting dressed, and I was by myself, and I sit in the corner and I'm like pulling up my, getting dressed, and I look in the mirror that's right in front of me, and there's this old man, one leg up on the bench, towel between his legs, looking me dead in my eyes in the mirror, just flossing, flossing. I was like, I don't know. Do they do that in girls' locker rooms?
See, that's what women hide from one another. I feel like we see someone, we're like, gotta go. Do you know what I mean? And everything he's told me, it's so the opposite. It seems like you guys have been through a lot in the bathroom.
I'm a sauna guy. I like the steam room and the sauna. They have towels. You go in there with the towel, but nobody does it.
That's why I don't go to saunas.
I know.
I was like, I keep in my toxins.
Yeah, same.
This is all toxin.
It's 99% humidity out here, so we don't really need the steam room.
Yeah, it's so true.
Just walk outside.
Yeah, you could just walk outside, but it's not the same. A steam room is nice, but yeah, the nudity in the steam room, I really don't. Your balls are gonna sweat just as much. I gotta really get that steam on my balls, and
you gotta get up to that upper level. You gotta sit real high up.
They sit up high. They do.
Higher up.
They get up. The higher up, the better
more
the balls
steam you
sweat.
get.
You get the balls. I just stand on my head with my balls out. That's what I do.
You're on the first seat and everything.
I don't mind. I'm standing on my head. They slap me in the face a little bit. I don't care.
What's the big deal?
It is. That is unfortunate that if you don't want to see naked men, you can't really go to the gym. That's it. I
had a crazy experience in a steam or a sauna where a bunch of naked dudes were in there, and they had these sticks. It was like pine thistle sticks, and you'd lay down and they'd hit you with these sticks.
Oh my God.
Really?
These old men. Yeah, it was it was something. I don't know exactly what happened that day, but I got whipped with a stick in a sauna. And then at the end they're like, "Here's your shot of vodka."
I love that you say you don't know exactly what happened that day.
It's a little fuzzy.
He's like, "Hey, whip me a stick, 2 fingers in the bum." He's
like, something else. I'm not.
Hey, there we go. Yeah. He's like, "That feels nice. Hit me with the stick again."
Yeah. It could be.
You wouldn't even know. That's all he's doing is he's distracting you as he rapes you.
They were like, "Hey, we got."
Okay, I'm sorry.
I was in there. They're like, "We got a stick. Yeah, we're gonna hit you with it." I said, "Oh, okay, go ahead."
That's okay. No, you know what? If you're in there, dude, honestly, if you're in there, you might as well do the whole thing.
Everybody else was doing it.
Yeah. Jesus, it sounds like what they're trying to do. Hey, everybody else is doing it. What are you doing? I was like,
go ahead, hit me with this stick.
Why not? Hit me with a stick. Yeah.
Blown away.
Yeah.
Blown away.
She never heard this story before.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, she's hearing it for the first time. She's like, maybe why I haven't got a ring.
So I just need to beat him with a stick in a really hot room.
Yeah, oh yeah. You got
a bunch of naked old dudes.
Yeah, you got a bunch of naked old dudes. You put 2 fingers in his butt, hit him with a stick.
Cha-ching.
Married. You get so. I love that he gets so like. You get so like. As soon as I bring it up, you're like, why? Why is he doing this to me? I wish I would have never had him on this podcast.
Oh, don't worry.
Amazing.
Don't worry. You're not the first one. I get grilled all the time.
You know, I don't know.
It's a new thing. Everybody likes to grill me on this.
My wife's aunt. They were together. They've been together like 24 years or something like that. And they never married. They had separate bank accounts. They've had all these things. They both had careers. So, you know, it depends on what you do. If you're really religious, then I say, you know, get married. If you're religious, you think that thing. Other than that, it's not really a tax break. I will say that.
Right.
You kind of get a little reamed especially as a single. Like, not if you, even when you have kids, and kids that's a whole.
Yeah.
It's a whole different thing. You don't get to go on vacations, but every 7 years.
So, right. Yeah. I've caught on to that.
Yeah. So, you know, that's part of that. So I don't know.
Right.
I think each their own. I really don't, other than social standards, and also it helps a woman. They feel like, you know, you're committing to them. You know, I think it's like, hey, you saying yes, but the commitment is there already a lot of times, I think. I mean, as far as if you're worried about half the stuff, have you guys been together 7 years? Have you been together 7 years?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
you get half of all this garden and everything. You get the zucchinis, he gets the tomatoes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I love
We
it.
just hit the 7-year mark.
Yeah.
I think,
So
right?
you're locked in. Yeah, you're locked in.
6? I don't know.
6. Okay, not
So
quite
now
7.
he's like, oh shit, I'm going to break up with her quick.
You know, I think 7 years is hard. No, you know what? When they say the 7-year itch, the 7 years is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
You get, and it happens at 14 again. It happens every 7 years.
Yeah, it's a
very
cycle
strange.
I read.
I think it's a
Okay.
test. It's a test of our will to be. You know, so
Yeah.
you're just getting tested. How strong is the relationship? And if you make it through the other side, you will do it. You know, you'll make it through. But you know, a lot of couples, they're just like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna start over and start another 7-year cycle with somebody else. So you know, do you push? Do you not? And I really don't know.
I think most of my married friends want me to get married just because they see me out doing whatever I want, not having kids, playing golf, living the best life, swimming with the dolphins. And they're like, fuck this guy. He needs to have kids. He needs to get married so he can be as unhappy as I am.
And I don't know, are your friends unhappy?
Some of them, yeah.
Well, that's in their own selfness.
Yeah.
You know, that's something they have to come to terms with. And, you know, but kids are amazing. I will say that. It's love. Like, if you think you know love, just guess again, because there's no way to know it. And I didn't know that. I thought I loved my wife. I thought I loved my mother. It's something different, you know. Like if someone gave me a gun and they were like, "Choose one," I'd be like, "Sorry, honey," and I'd crush her out. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't, and that's a hard thing for a woman too. If you want to have that full love, having a kid takes some of that away, and that's what makes it hard for relationships. So you have the kid, by times they're 7, especially if you're a good father, you're going to be really into it. And so a lot of that takes away from the woman.
Right.
And then that 7-year mark comes around, they're feeling not as loved. And then they don't make it through the system anyway, you know? So
Yeah.
and it's hard. You guys figure that shit out. I don't know. I just went full on. I was like,
I'm doing my best, dude.
I was like, I'm American. I'm getting married. I'm having kids.
Yeah.
You know, that was just what it was. I always wanted a family. So,
yeah.
And so did my wife too. So that was,
We've talked about marriage. Kids, not so much.
yeah.
But
yeah, I think it's honestly like kind of what you're explaining. Sometimes it, to me, has seemed like a big deal for the female part of the relationship versus the male. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
There's just so much more that the woman is supposed to go through and take on and change, and it's, you know, totally admirable. But I've seen situations where it's like decimated women, you know, and I just don't think they talk about it enough, where like it's totally disabling and can be super, super rough. And I hate to be like down about it, but
You know,
what a
but
bummer.
no,
I know.
no, you're not. No, you're not being a bummer at all. You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
The first one is it wrecks your emotions and then your body during a pregnancy, and a lot of people can bounce back from that. My sister's like some crazy weirdo. She just bounces. She's like, boom, kid, bloop, look at me, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know,
She's like, do it again, do it again. Yeah.
But it does things with your body. It does things with your emotions, and then yes, 100%. My wife took on more than me.
Yeah.
Like she's not out doing comedy. She's not running around. She's not, she's not doing these things because we have the kids, and so she's definitely taken on, it changes your life because like I said, it's a love unknown that you don't even know. So once you have it, you're like fully in on this thing.
Yeah.
And so now you're there and you're willing to give your life away. But yes, you take, I say it like when my son was born, I felt a piece of my power.
I don't think I'm willing to give my life away just yet. You know what I mean?
I'm good with you on that, man.
I still want my life.
Yeah, I would just not have kids.
I'm a selfish son of a bitch. I don't think I could do it.
My friend Bill, the one I was talking to, Bill owns Bill's Plumbing, Fort Myers, Florida.
Yeah,
the one who owns Bill's Plumbing. Yeah, so they they haven't had kids. They're our same age, but they've been our friends since the 9th grade. And they decided, just along the line, they decided not to have kids, and they have businesses, and they live well, and they go to Italy, and they go to Canada, and they do all these trips every single year.
Yeah,
and that's fine for them, and I'm happy for them because that makes them super happy. But now that I had the kids, I could never, even though they're sometimes.
yeah,
but it's crazy. I think I have to say that I would never, right? I have to say,
yeah.
Now you do. Dude. I think you guys just keep going on, but just love each other.
Yeah,
love
absolutely,
each other, man, and know that when you're having trouble, everyone has it. And one thing that me and my wife have, we have a deal that we've always had this deal that if one of us wants out, and they just want to go get strange or they want to go do that, just let the other one know. And then it's going to hurt, but at least you didn't hurt me. You didn't go out and cheat on me. You didn't go out and do these things and run around behind my back because it's just selfish where you're just like, I want to be with this person and this person, but I don't want to give up my life. I just want to. Mm-hmm. So that's one. It's worked out nice because it builds trust in each other.
Absolutely. And long-term commitment like that, it's no joke.
It is.
So it's really tough.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah. There's no way where Julie thought one day she was going to be like, I'm going to be with a 400-pound man. There was nowhere in the future where that's what she was thinking. I guarantee. I'm like, hey baby, how you doing, man? I'm like, it's just her, and a bunch of dudes like me. That's like all that it is. It's just black guys of America unite, and they want me to get on the DL, and then I have my lovely wife that loves me.
Love that.
That's good. Yeah.
I bet she's a lucky lady. Don't you worry.
No, she's happy sometimes. Yeah, she's happy sometimes. Yeah.
You're happy sometimes, right?
Yeah.
More than enough. More.
Sometimes is enough. So
yeah, all the time, honestly.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, trying to keep her happy is, I don't know. It's I guess I shouldn't go into a bunch of stuff. People might see this.
So let's change it a little bit. Change the subject. If you were to star in a porno, what would it be called?
Sex with your clothes on.
Okay. Sex with your clothes on.
Yeah. It's a little dry humping.
I like it. All right. Would you rather go to jail for a year, or like a straight solid year, or get it done, go every weekend for 5 years?
So straight for a year or every weekend for 5 years. What is that? 52 times 5.
I didn't do the math on this.
Yes, it's 200. So it's about a year. 52 times 5 is, that's 253, just under a year. So it's less than a year.
I used to work with a lot of people that did the weekend jail stuff. I was
a
a waiter
one, right?
for a long time.
Would you want to bang it out and just get it over with, or would you want no weekends for 5 years?
I think I might take the no weekends for 5 years, and the only reason I think that is just because, like, if you're in there for one whole year, that's a lot of time for people to plan to get that booty.
Oh yeah, right.
That's a lot of planning time. Yeah, but if I'm
there he
going
goes
in and
again.
out, he's always in, he's out, he's in.
That's a good point.
He's only here for like 2 days. you know, but will they plan for like the 2 days? Like, Nathan's gonna be here in 2. I only got 1 day to get that booty. And they're just really trying hard one day. It's like a whole Tom and Jerry scene, you know, just me trying to run around and not getting raped. You know, I'm sorry I keep saying rape so much on the podcast. It's like that was 4 times that I said it. Yeah, just so much. So like, we watched Nathan's podcast. This week on Turn Talks, the rapiest one we've ever had.
Oh, fuck.
I love it.
All right, what else do I got here? Oh, yeah. Have you ever had to fart during a show? And if that happens, do you hold it or do you just let it fly when you're on stage?
Oh, man.
What's the deal?
So, like, I try not to fart on stage. Because you guys are all right at my head level. You know what I'm saying? You're right there. I don't want to dust you. Yeah. And everybody's going to know who did it. You know, it's not going to be like, it's like they're going to smell it and be like,
I wonder who did that.
They're going to smell it and be like, that smells like shit. And it's going to be just, it is going to be, but I almost pooped myself on stage one time. So I don't eat before a show. I never eat before my show. Like I eat earlier, but I definitely give some time to make sure. And I got to the Vasani's in Punta Gorda just a little too early, and so I was like, I'm just gonna eat beforehand. Yeah. Literally, as they were like, Nathan Wallace, my stomach went,
No,
like a deep down. I was like, oh my god! I just immediately started sweating. Just sweat. Like it was only running 15 minutes. So I get up there. I'm sweating immediately. Like, hey, everybody. I look like Rosie O'Donnell. This horse sweat.
Just going pale.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bomb
right?
for 15 minutes, right? Steady bomb. Yeah. I bring up the guy. I take off running. I go to the bathroom. I jump up. I'm like, just blowing the toilet bottom out, right? 2 old men walk in, they use the bathroom, and one guy's like, you know what? They shouldn't even have those openers. That guy sucked. I was like, and then just shitting my brains out. Like, oh man, that's comedy. He didn't even know what I was doing for him, man.
Yeah, for real.
I on a turn for that
was
dude.
for him.
Yeah, it was for them.
That
yeah,
was
I
for
did
their
it for
benefit.
them. Just pouring sweat. I'm sure it stunk because my sweat probably smelled like poop. You know, it was just like it was so. That was my body just trying to get it out. It was
Any
just
way
like
it could.
diarrhea down my face. Oh, God. Chicken parmesan.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that your worst
Fantastic.
bomb night, or has there been a worse one?
Oh, bomb nights?
Yeah.
Everybody has them.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
that's
of course,
one
of
them.
course. I mean, we've seen at Off the Hook somebody that we thought was great, but the crowd was just
Yeah,
ruthless.
They're
They
a
were-
specific crowd.
Yeah, they were-
Yeah, they're very. They're old. And
God, they just don't give
They're
you
old.
anything if they're not feeling
If they
it.
don't like it.
Jesus.
they're old, they're rich, and they're white.
Yeah.
That's in 3 words. If I could sum up the
And
Naples,
very conservative.
And
usually.
conservatives, yeah.
But also, I've watched it happen to a lot of people, and I could fix that set for them like right away. If you look out there and they're old, just slow down. Like you guys probably don't remember, but I was like, "Hey guys, how's it going, everybody?" My bits are usually like, "Brah, brah, brah, brah." I'm coming off like rapid fire. But if they're very old, I'm gonna slow
what are
it
these
down.
hey?
Yeah, exactly. They need a moment to process.
Right.
Plus, they're not like they're not on. They know the references, but they're not like readily available because they're not the same references that they grew up with. So they have to think for a second and be like, "Oh yeah, The Wire was a good show," you know, or like something along these
Takes
lines.
that extra
So it just
second.
takes a second. You know, a lot of guys, and when they start bombing, they get nervous, and then they're just like, and they're ripping out. Now it's just making it worse, and it's just making it worse. So I mean, you have to judge every single crowd. Unfortunately, like it's good to go in there and look at them. Okay, it's this type of crowd. You know, a lot of guys, they never even look at the crowd, and they just walk up to a stage not knowing what's actually going on. You know, you have to kind of have a feel what's going on. I like to step in the room and see what the vibe is. You know, I love a good vibe, because if you're up there and if you can get everybody on the same wavelength, I don't know if you guys believe in like mental connection, but like when someone looks at you from a distance and you go, you know, that connection that we have in a comedy room, we can get it. And once you feel it, I can feel it when I'm like, pushing it.
Yes.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
I feel
Yeah.
I'm like, now we're vibing, man.
Yeah,
we're all
we're
on
in
the
the
same
room.
wavelength.
Yeah.
And I'll feel it break off sometimes, and I'll go, "Ooh, who's over here talking?" Or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And I try to pull them back in. So it's you know, I haven't always had. You know, I think the ability will get better with time. But what would you say the worst bomb I had was? There's a couple of them. Can I tell a couple stories?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So the most, I don't know. There's two. I don't know which one's worse, bro. Okay, I'm not sure which one's worse. So it was here in the Cape. It was a Cape banquet place, and it was like the first time I was doing 15 minutes outside of my home club. So I was super excited. I'd been on a high. I've been crushing it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So I'm like, yeah. I go over there, 15 minutes, nothing. Like these people giving me nothing. Like not a laugh, not anything. And so then the next person comes on, the next comic, and afterwards I feel bad. And there are people are still sitting there. The guy pays me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry that I did so bad. You know, it's the first time I really did super bad. And I was like, let me help you unload all this stuff. I picked up the speaker, tripped over a cord. The speaker fell on me. I hit my head on a step. And so now I'm laying under the speaker going, ah.
Holy shit.
And the whole crowd turns, points, and laughs hysterically at me.
Oh my
Look at me under the yeah.
dude.
So you bombed and you got crushed.
Yeah, so I crushed. Yeah.
You crushed, so
That's
you
what I
bombed
thought. I
and then you
crushed.
crushed it.
No, I think I had a concussion. I don't even know.
Freaking Cape Coral.
And then Irma, Hurricane Irma. I've been locked up with my family for 2 weeks or something like that. And Bonkers, they had the show in Ocala. It's in a dog track. And they're like, "Do you sure you want to do it?" I was like, "No, I'm still going to do it. Please let me get out of this house." You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I drive to Ocala. The people, there's 60 people there, usually 300 people there. It holds 300. It's always full.
Okay.
There's 60 people there, and they're
Okay.
all in their pajamas because it's the only place in Ocala with power.
Holy
They
shit.
still got no power. So they're
Uh-huh.
just like, there's like AC, right? They've been living the same crazy life. So I go up there. The guy brings me up as David Williams. This is the first feature I ever did outside, like out of town. Sure. So he brings me up David Williams. And I'm just like, and I made a mistake. Never tell them that they messed up.
Right.
Just do your act. Because
Yeah.
I went up there, I was like, actually, my name's Nathan Wallace. That's such a weird way to start.
You lost him immediately.
Credibility
I was
gone.
like, actually, guys, my name's Nathan Wallace, and you know, I'm a Sagittarius. So I eat it. 25 minutes of just straight bombing, and after the show, I was still like, I'm gonna go stand by the door, and I had just printed my first cards I'd ever had. Like I did it for my feature set. So I'm standing by the door, handing out these cards, and the first lady comes up to me. The very first lady out shakes my hand. She goes, "Better luck next time."
Oh.
Ouch. And then I went, "Ma'am, you should have kicked me in the balls. It would have hurt less." Right? And she turns and looks at me and goes, "Now that's funny," and walks out.
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
"Oh my God."
You got her on that one,
Savage.
though.
I got her. Hey, I got her before she
you
left.
got-
with us.
yep.
So
Jeez.
I hand out these 60 cards to these 60 people, right? I hand it all out, and we go to leave, and it's still downpouring from Irma. We walk outside, and all the cards are on the ground in the rain.
no.
And the manager comes up to me, puts his hand on my shoulder, and goes, "You know you got to pick all this shit up, right?"
In the fucking rain.
Now I'm in the rain
Oh
picking up
my
these
God.
cards. The only plus size was that they couldn't see me crying, you know?
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I think that is definitely the worst bomb. And it was the very first feature I ever did, so it was definitely the fact that I kept going.
I was
crazy.
gonna say, what
Good for you. Yeah.
What kept you going after that? Were you just like, you know what? That was just one.
Well, I had
Just-
3.5 hour drive home. I wept for about an hour and a half. You know.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think I could have taken it.
And then and so as I'm driving home, I just came to the realization I'm funny. I know I'm funny. I've been funny way more times than I haven't been
Right.
funny. You know, and I had featured at my home club multiple times, so I knew the feature set worked. You know, I was doing like community shows and stuff like this. So it just come to the realization of who you are. You know, that's the hardest. I think that's the hardest part about life is inward looking and actually coming to real truthful realizations and not lying to ourselves. Yeah. That's the hardest part. The lying to yourself is we do it rampantly as human beings. Everything's okay. It's fine, you know?
Yeah.
And so you have to really look in deep and you have to go, okay, this is really what I want. But it is. I mean, I've had things that made me super happy, maybe the happiest other than my children and my wife. And I've had things that made me the saddest ever. When COVID hit, like, comedy is a drug. It releases endorphins into our brain.
Yeah.
And without it, we get very, very depressed. So like that first month, it was like I was in a hole. Like I was just laying there like a cocaine addict coming off of drugs, And then another month, and then, and I still came back. I think I came back stronger from that because I got to sit there and actually reflect on who I was. And, I don't know.
Comedy's really been through it with, just woke culture, COVID, all this. There's been a big shift in comedy, the way that, Netflix specials and how comedians have to really sell themselves on social media.
TikTok,
it's a kind of a big change in the last few years.
Yeah, it's I think it's just because there's an extreme attack on free speech at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to censor us just a little bit more every single day. So we're unfortunately part of that. I'm not out there spitting a bunch of rhetoric that's like off the wall, like anything like this.
Yeah, you're not.
But there's a lot of comedians that are, and a lot of them are making really solid points. And they don't want that.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't want these solid points to be made of. If you're out there just going, yeah, look at me, yeah, they like that. They're like, yeah, get out there. So
Right.
that's
Yeah.
why I'm like,
Yeah.
But,
Well, I think we need comedy now more than ever
yeah.
with how weird everything is. Yeah.
So
Let's
true.
hope the aliens come in and they fix all this. Dude, we have one currency,
Yeah.
global currency, and they fix this shit because we're in trouble.
So,
Well, man, it's been great having you on the show,
all right, thanks.
and we loved your set the other day.
Truly.
Yeah,
It was-
thank you.
it
was
I
so
appreciate
funny.
It was so
Thank
much
you
fun.
I'm glad you had a good time. I really, truthfully, just hope that everyone lives their life, loves their life, has fun, and has a good time.
Great message.
So,
I love
Keep
it.
doing what you're doing, man, because
all right, thanks.
you're a hero. I mean,
Seriously.
plumber by day,
American.
comedian by night. You're like fucking Batman. You're out there making people laugh
Hell yes.
when they need it the most. So
and
we
fixing
appreciate
their toilets when they need it
When
the
they
most.
need it the
Yes.
we appreciate it,
It was
man.
good hanging out with you guys. Thank you.
Seriously, thank you.
Thanks for having me.